Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. So maybe we'll give a few minutes to see if someone is joining. I guess we can start. Um, so, hello again. I'm Hitesh. I live in New Jersey, USA, and I live with my family, my wife, and my son. I've been living in the US for the past 10 years. I was born and raised in Nepal, where I did my schooling, and I moved here for my master's. And since then, I've been living here. Um, I currently, professionally, I'm a software engineer working in a Fortune 500 company. Um, I found out about Sahaja Yoga. Well, it was a long time back. In 2002, the first time I found out about Sahaja Yoga. Then I was starting my engineering, and then unfortunately, I didn't continue for a long time. But I did get my realization then. Um, I didn't feel any of the vibrations then, but I did feel a sense of calm and peace, which I guess um, kept on motivating me to go back, right, and find out more. So it so happened was around 2005, 6, when I was in the final labs of my engineering studies. I was just interested about meditation again, just so that um, I can relax my mind and then have a focus for moving forward in life. Um, so during those days, we used to get photocopies of Sri Mataji's lectures and things about Sahaja Yoga and materials about Sahaja Yoga. So in one of those uh, lectures, Sri Mataji had mentioned about the subtle system and about the system of ego and superego that we have, right? So, and there she was talking about how the Kundalini raises through the optic chiasma, and then the balloons of the ego and the superego would kind of shrink, and then there would be some space made in between the optic chiasma so that the Kundalini can go up through the Brahmarandra, the fontanel bone area, right? So, and that was a bit surprising and shocking also in some sense because uh, you know um, you it's very hard to believe, right? So I actually thought it was rubbish. But then what I did was at that same moment when I read that line, I sat down on for meditation and then said to Sri Mataji or to my Kundalini energy that if this is the truth, I should be feeling it, right? So it should be felt by people, and I just sat there in meditation, and then after a minute, that was the first time I actually started feeling vibrations on on a level, on a scale that I can actually say this is that I'm feeling it, right? So um, and I could feel the Kundalini raise up, and then it stayed here for a while, um, and then I could feel the two balloons actually shrink, like I could feel them shrinking, which was yeah, it was pretty humbling actually. So and I could feel certain sort of tension releasing in my through my optic chiasma, and then um, the cool breeze coming out of the sahasrara. Yeah, and that kind of gave me a sense of um, belief uh, in this system and what Sahaj Yoga is all about. Basically, it's about balancing your ego and super ego so that you can move forward, right? So symbolically, all literally, if you take it, right? So you move forward up to the sahasrara and beyond, right? Um, so I guess we can start our meditation with the Footsoak first. So I guess you all have your Footsoak um, balls and buckets prepared. Um, Before doing that, maybe let's stabilize ourselves a bit. I always like to take deep breaths so that you you breathe correctly, right? So just take a moment and just close your eyes, check your posture, see if you are not leaning forward too much or you're just straight as much as you can without, stretching yourself too much or straining yourself too much. Just check your posture. Take a deep breath and then leave it slowly without putting a lot of pressure on yourself. And while you leave the breath, just do it very slowly, right? Let's do it together. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Continue it. Let's do it again. Hold it. Leave. Go. All right. Then, before we put our legs on in the water, let's raise our kundalini and take bandhan. Now you can put your attention on the water and just pray that may this water be blessed so that all the negativities can be trapped in there. You can keep a bandhan to the water by doing circular clockwise um, motions with your hand without touching the water. With time, you'll start feeling your hand becoming a bit cooler once you do the circular motion. Now you can put your feet inside the water. If you have a candle lit in front of you, you can look at the candle, which helps with your vision, of course, and helps with the Agya Chakra, which is the light element is the element of the Agya Chakra, right? So it is right here. You can take a moment to check yourself, how you are feeling, how you are feeling on the chakras, on the tips of your fingers. Is there any specific chakra that's telling you that it needs to be cleaned? Let's put our hand on our heart. As we know, this is the seat of the spirit, right? And the spirit is always bubbling with joy, and it accelerates with a great pace. It wants to go places, wants to meet people, it wants to scale great heights. But in that acceleration, actually, we forget that it also needs to calm down and rest a while. But the spirit knows that it needs to rest. It's very intelligent, knows what to do and how to do. You just need to listen to it. Take a moment to acknowledge the fact that the spirit resides in your heart. And in your heart, just say, I am the pure spirit. I am the pure spirit. I am the pure spirit. So when you say that, sometimes you feel a cool breeze on your hand, on your right hand, sometimes on your left, and also on the inside the heart. You might feel a cooling sensation, sometimes some circular motion inside the heart, which is mostly the vibrations, right? It just penetrates through all your existence. I am the pure spirit. Hands down, hand down. And check again. You might still feel a cool sensation in your heart, which is almost like an embrace, right? Which is kind of saying, all will be well. If you have thoughts, just don't react to it. If you don't feel any vibrations, that's okay too. Don't burden yourself with what you have to feel or what you have to be. Just be in this moment. So let go. Just say, I'm here in this moment. I'm just here. Put your right hand on your forehead. Bow down a bit. And just say, I forgive. I forgive. I forgive. Forgive. Put our hands down. Put our hand on the top of our head, on the frontal bone area, the part that was soft with your little kids. Gently massage it clockwise, just the skin of the scalp. Move your hand a bit higher, move it up and down, and see what you feel on your left hand and also on your right. You can actually move it way up high, stretch it as much as you can. You can actually feel it, feel the cool breeze coming on. Your hands down, please, but not your attention. Your attention stays at the top of your head, right around here. So just notice that area, right? So that's how we put our attention on things, right? Just notice it. Just notice what's going on. It is a prolonged space of silence. That's good. Not, we'll get there. Now you can take your feet out of the water and you can rinse it. You can discard the water layer, but we can continue our meditation. You can again check how you are feeling. Do you feel better than the time you just started the meditation? You just joined. We can together say the Om. The word Om is pretty powerful because it has three syllables, A, U, Ma. which corresponds to the left channel, the right channel, and the middle channel. So when you recite Om by giving more emphasis on the sound, then you can help clear the left channel. So let's do the left channel by saying longer. So I'll demonstrate. We can do it together. Now let's put our attention on the right side. And goes longer. Oh. Oh. And finally, for the middle channel, you can do the more longer. Um, um, keeping your attention on the top of your head again. And check how you feel again with your right hand. So this whole exercise is actually to exercise your attention, right? So when you're moving your hand, your attention also moves with the motion of the hand so that you put your attention just above the head. And try with your left hand. Let's put our right hand on the Visuddhi chakra, the fifth center. This is where all the guilt is accumulated. But we know we are the spirit, and the spirit always does the right thing. But only when you behave like a spirit. You just say, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Put your hands down. So depending upon what you feel on your fingers, you can put your hand on the particular chakra and do the affirmation. I'm just going by what I feel collectively right now. Let's put our left arm towards the sky and put our attention on the right channel and say, "Oh, ether, please calm me down. Let me not rush and accelerate so fast that I don't know who I am. Please take away the negativities of the right channel. Please take away the negativity of the right channel. I'm not the doer, but I am the enjoyer because I am the spirit. Help me reach the state of balance, joy. Help me reach the state where I know exactly who I am. Please take away all the negativity of acceleration and planning. Let's put our hands down. Put your right hand on your forehead again. Sometimes it does help to laugh at the thought if you're having some. Say, I'm not this thought. I don't identify with this thought. Not now. Not now. You can actually also say, the mantra of Nirvichara Samadhi. Nirvichara means thoughtless, Samadhi means meditation. Om Tamev Saksham Sri Nirvichara Samadhi Namo Namo. Om Tamev Saksham Sri Nirvichara Samadhi Namo Namo. Om Tamev Saksham Sri Nirvichara Samadhi Namo Namo. And put your hands down. Now, instead of putting your hand on top of your head, just try to notice what happens on the top of your head. As you put your attention on the top of your head, do you notice any changes on the vibrations that you feel on your hands? You have to give it some time. You'll slowly feel that the vibrations will start increasing. In one of the talks, in Srimataji's talks, he has mentioned about attention, which is pretty interesting that I always go by. So your attention is, she compares attention to actually money. So um, you would not spend money on useless things, and you just want to balance how much you spend, right? So attention is also similar. So if you kind of take attention as a finite resource and just utilize it in a way that you won't waste it, right? So you won't waste your attention on petty things, but use your attention to put your attention on things that matter, right? Then your perspective about attention changes a bit. So, and you kind of sometimes would want to check yourself, like even during the day, where is my attention, right? So, am I wasting it? Because once you put attention on things that you should not, now you have to spend so much time try to clear it out. So, why to do that in the first place? It's better now. So let's collectively raise our Kundalini and take a moment. All right. Thank you so much. I hope you had good meditation. I hope you felt vibrations, or if not, you just had a good calming session. And I wish you all the best. And thank you so much for joining. Um, and good night. Have a good day wherever you are located in. Right. So um, that's all from my side and our team. Thank you so much.